sit right back and hear a tale of a podcast crew who gather around their mighty drink to give their point of view. As man is the panel fire, he shows that he has fun, and Donny, our host, will jump along, guiding us through the storm, guiding us through the storm. Big T's our rock, he keeps us true, he often gets his say, and just alive he knows the girls will everything dragons win, and everything dragons win. The Mad Dragon podcast is a journey unforeseen, with Tasman and Donny too, and there's Big T and Coco, just the start, Mazza and the other crew, here on the Mad Dragon podcast.
All good evening, everyone, and welcome to our special Nrlw season preview. Kickoff was on Thursday night for the 2025 Nrlw season, and we do have two new teams coming into the competition this year in the New Zealand Warriors. The first time they will be playing in the competition since the 2020 season, and we do also welcome the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, the first time playing in the Nrlw. I'm joined here by Big T, and Big T, it looks like it's going to be another big season ahead for the Nrlw. The state of origin really whetted our appetites for a big season ahead.
It has, mate. The 12 teams now in the competition, isn't there? 12?
Yep.
12 teams. It's going to be a good competition this year, 11 rounds. We play each other once, so it'll be a good season. 16
finals comp as well with the new 12-team comp. And for the first time ever, Big T, there is an Nrlw Magic round.
Yes, there is. That's up in Townsville, isn't it? Newcastle. That's nice. They should have one of them every year. It's a great thing to have. Move it around though, not Newcastle every year. Take it up to Townsville. Bring it down to Sydney.
New South Wales Regional have got it for the next 3 years. So by that deal, it could very well be Wollongong next year. Regional New South Wales, which would be great. Anyway, we'll have a look at each squad on how they'll look for the 2025 season. We'll give our take on how they'll go and how they'll fare, and whether we think they can make a run for the finals or where we think they'll finish, and talk about the gains and losses they have made as well. We'll start with the defending premiers, Big T, the Roosters. They're coming off a big season. Obviously, winning the grand final last year. 7 players played for the winning New South Wales side as well. Wow. The Roosters, take us through the squad that will attempt to defend their title in 2025.
I've got to get close to this. It's got to get close. Alaya Nasio, Amber Hall. She's a great player, Amber Hall. Brodie Parker, Corbin Baxter, Eliza Lopamua, there you go. Imogen Hi, Isabel Kelly, Jasmine Stray, she's a great player. Jade Herdgen, Jamie Frezard, Jessica Surgis, Jocelyn Kelleher, Keely Davis, Macy Carlisle. Didn't she play for us last year? Mia Wood, Olivia Koenig, Otessa Poulet, Rima Butler, Shorten Burton, Tiana Niavardi. Anyway, Tanisha Gray, Taryn Aitken, probably the best player in the side. Tavinia Papalihi, Tyra Lee Ekapeti, and coached by John Strange. He's a great coach, John Strange. I like him.
Did a good job for the New South Wales side, and he's a 2-time premiership winning coach now as well.
Good on him. Yeah, that's really good.
The squad looks a little bit different though to last year, isn't it, Big T? They have had some gains and losses.
Yeah, Rima Butler from Newcastle, Macy Carlisle from the Bulldogs, Jade Herdgen from Newcastle. Losses are Millie Elliott. She's pregnant. Semi Bremner's come to the Dragons as a pathways officer outside of him. Kalasapani Ohwapawadi from Canterbury, to Canterbury, and Tina Davison to Newcastle. So 4 in, 4 out, I think, isn't it? 3 in, 4 out. Anyway, that's a It's a strong side. Oh, it's a strong squad. Taryn Aitken, she just knows how to play the game. Olivia Koenig, she's just a great player. Jessica Surgis, Isabel Kelly, Frezard in the wing.
Yep. They're
Crazy.
stacked. A very, very, very good side.
There's a few very, very good sides coming up, but that's probably the strongest, I think.
Rima Butler comes in. I expect her to slot straight in where Millie Elliott's come out. Rima Butler did win a premiership with Newcastle a couple of years ago, so she has got experience. Also had a stint previously at Parramatta, played in a grand final with them too. So, and John Strange is probably the best coach in the game at the moment. Obviously, we said it as well before winning the Origin series.
Behind Nathan Cross. behind Crossy.
But yeah, that Roosters side looks very strong. They open the season against the returning Warriors this weekend, Big T. I expect them to be very much competing for the title once again this year.
Warriors are $5.50 this week, and the Roosters are $1.15. So that tells you how different the sides are.
And how do you think the Roosters will fare? Do you think they'll be on the upper echelon of the table? Do you think they'll be competing for the premiership once again?
Top two for the Roosters. There's a couple other teams I like, but I think the Roosters are going to be top two, top three at least. The top two get a week off, don't they? In the semi-finals,
they do. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like the men's. If you win your first semi or something, at least you get a reward. As with the previous top four, it's both eliminators, and finishing 1 and 2 doesn't do you any favors. But
you get the week off, and you play the winners of 3 to 5.
4 and 6. Yeah.
3 to 5, 4 and 3 and 6, 4 and 5. So good.
But yeah, I think they'll be very much there, littered with stars all over the park, and yeah, they'll be up there. I think they'll be very close to defending their title again, Big T.
They will.
The Sharks, they were the runners-up. Nearly stole the grand final from the Roosters last year. They were down 24-0 at halftime, I'm pretty sure, and they nearly stole it from them at death. Been pretty much the biggest grand final comeback in NRLW history. Again, once coached again by Tony Herman, and great effort to make the grand final in just their second year in the comp. Big T, take us through the Shark squad.
Annalise Bizzle, Anessa Biddle, Brooke Anderson, Caitlin Johnson-Green, she's a great player. Cassie Staples. Oh, is she now? That's no good. Pregnant. Is that what the star means there?
She's pregnant.
Star means she's out. She's pregnant too. Good on her.
Yep.
Well done. I think that's Shante Kira Ratu. Pardon?
You didn't go Cassie Staples.
Or Cassie Staples, there you go. Dominique DeTolt, Ellie Johnson, Emma Verens, which is due to be Emma Tomogato, Philomena Hansky, Georgia Hanaway. Wish I could read these closer. Georgia Ravix, Grace Lee Weeks. Is she related to Keo Weeks, maybe?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, Jacinta Carter, Jada Taylor, Jadika Tafua, Corretti Leilua, maybe relation, I'm not sure. Manuleta Takapatolo. Takapatolo. Well, these names, they're getting worse and worse every week. Nakia Davis Welsh, Quincy Dodd, Rhiannon Byers, Talia Holmes, Tiari Petitani Gray, Taylor King, Tomoaya Kelly Shines, Vanessa Folataki, and like you said.
Vanessa Foliaki, actually, I haven't changed that, but just today she announced her retirement effective immediately.
Oh, jeez, that's no good. Anyway, good luck to her in the future.
But they're coached by Tony Herman, Big T. I know you're a fan of his.
I like him. He played for a few clubs around the NRL. Big front rower, I think he was. But yeah, he was a good player. He's getting the best out of the girls down at Shark Park.
Yep, Tyler King, the latest ex-Dragon to jump ship to the Sharks.
Yeah, didn't she leave and then didn't want to come back, and then I don't know, something happened to the Dragons. But we've got Casey Ray. She's the one. She's the key. She's the future.
The Sharks, once again, a middle roster. We saw Emma Veron, Ellie Johnston, and Tiana Penatani-Gray play for New South Wales, and Georgia Hannaway made her debut for Queensland in that deciding last game.
Queensland won that.
But the Sharks, pretty much the same squad. They have lost. I will go through who they've lost in just a moment. But yeah, it's pretty much the bulk of the side that made the grand final, and yeah, I think they'll be very much up there once again. They've still got a formidable squad. Looking at it,
there's a few there, isn't there? Lost a few players. Caitlin Johnson-Green, you were saying she's out. Tyler King, Shante Kira Ratu, Tomaya Kelly Sines, and Jacinta Carter from Newcastle there, but a few losses. Holly Wheeler to the Bulldogs, Tyler Preston to the Bulldogs, Tegan Dimmock, Jim Dimmock's daughter, that one, I think, to Canterbury, Bankstown, Chloe Saunders to Canberra, Andy Robson to the Bulldogs as well. They must have smashed, the Bulldogs smashed the Sharks. Shani Smale, and Pia Tapsell to the Dragons, and Vanessa Foliacre, she retired.
Yep, still a handy squad though. Kiria Ratu, she guided the Titans to the grand final a couple of years ago when Talia Fuimano had a serious leg injury. So she was actually out of the game all last year because of an ACL. So she is a very handy pickup for them. Tyler King actually surprisingly not named for the Sharks in their opener on Thursday night. Very interesting there. Must be battling an injury or something there. But there again, the Sharks players like Penatani-Gray, Ellie Johnston coming off her first Origin series, and then a player out the back like Emma Veron. They've got a very formidable side. You look at players like Quincy Dodd, a player like her out of the New South Wales side. It goes to show that a lot of quality players that they have to pick from. Quincy Dodd is very much a player that could very well be in that Blues side. And yeah, the Sharks, they've got Anessa Biddle. She's become one of the best centers in the game. A walk-up starter now for the New Zealand national side as well. But they will miss Taylor Preston, who is one of the best kickers in the game. Has a very good long kicking game as well as goal kicking. So she'll be a loss. Tyler King and Shante Kiriwatu no doubt will cover the halves at some stage, as well as Georgia Hannaway, who played 5'8" for most of last year for the Sharks. And Jada Taylor, not named to play this week, but she does come back after its ACL. Hopefully she is back on the field. She's an X-Factor type player for them. Yeah. The Sharks, on the back of that, they'll get a lot of confidence of what they did last year, push the Roosters in that decider. I think they'll be very much top four once again, Big T.
Oh, for sure. Like, they're one of the teams, you know. They're up there. They're $1.44 against Parramatta this week, so they're one of the top sides.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, we'll move on to the team that's won the most premierships in the NRLW history since the start in 2018, and that is the Brisbane Broncos, Big T.
Yeah, there's another club. I think they're going to slide.
They've been boosted by a big recruit.
I think they'll slide down the ladder this year, but big recruit. Oh, big recruit. Tamika Upton, huge recruit from Newcastle. We'll go for this. Only Brigginshaw, Alicia Maka, Aneta Claudia Nuwasala, Bree Spreadbrook, Spreadborough, Brianna Clark, Chelsea Lenarduzzi, Destiny Brill. She's a brilliant player, Destiny Brill. Gail Broughton, Hayley Maddock, Jada Ferguson, Julia Robinson, Keely Josephs, Kerry Johnson, Lauren Dam, Montana Hudson, Melee Huafai. Oh, she's a great player, Melee. What a great player she is. She's huge. She's just a player. Regan Hicks, Romy Teitzel, Shalom Sazoa, Soasu. Okay. Sinead Suzuka, Skylar Adams, Tamika Upton, the big in for the Broncos, Tara McGrath-West, Tafito Lafeli, and coached by Scott Prince.
Yep. Yes, that I think they'll be one of the favourites. They've been in the semi-finals the last couple of years, but unable to get it done to move to the grand final. But to make it up, then could very well be that X factor player, arguably the best player in the game right now. Was quite in the Origin series, but she'll be looking for a big season back at home. Big T.
Yeah, for sure. I think they'll slide. They'll be down the bottom of the 6, I think. But Mele Hafunga, what a player she is. And coming off the hip of Tamika Upton, that's going to be a great combination, that one, I think. Swing around to the left. It's going to be a great combo there.
Yep. Not a lot of talk about Ali Brigginshaw in the Origin that she's a bit too old. What are your thoughts on that though? But she's
for Origin, I'd say she's a bit too old. I wouldn't say she's too old. She's just getting a little bit slower in her aging years. But no, she'll be right in the NRLW. It's a little bit slower than State of Origin. But I think she'll be fine. She'll be fine at half or 5'8" lock maybe. But yeah, no, she'll be fine.
Yep. And another one, and take us through who they've bought. Big T. They've bought well, as we said. Tamika Upton is their main buyer.
West from the Dragons. Kerry Johnson from Rugby Union. Azalea Macca from Rugby Union. But they've lost Mariah Denman, Jasmine Fogavani, and Tasman Rapana. Maybe a relation to Jordan Rapana.
Yeah, sister.
Okay.
Yep. I still think they'll be up there. I think they'll be in the top 4. They'll be one of the main contenders for the title. And I think Tamika Upton will be a huge in for them. As I said, it could be the difference in them making the grand final, potentially pushing for that premiership, their 4th premiership. And yeah, they already had a formidable side last year. I think they can go that one better and make the grand final, if not win the title. They'll be right up there.
They play the Tigers this week, so Tigers are
West Stadium. Yep,
$6.50, $1.12 for the Broncos. So they're going to be up there again, but I think they'll be bottom half of the 6.
You still think they play finals then?
Oh yeah, for sure. They will play finals, but they'll be bottom half of the 6.
Yeah. All right, the next team, the team that's won a couple of titles, that's the Newcastle Knights. It's a new look Newcastle Knights side this year. Coached by an ex-Dragon in Ben Jeffries. He played for the Dragons in the early 2000s. Yeah. But it is still a team that can compete with the best sides.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a good side. Vede Welsh, Ava McEwen, Evie Jones, Georgia Roach, Grace Kukatay, Jess Southwell, Jolie Morris, Jules Kirkpatrick, Kayla Romanik, Kaylee Simpson, Leah Ollerton, Leah Sam, Lily Ann White, Olivia Higgins, Shanice Parker, Sheridan Gallagher, Sienna Yo, is that one of the Yo sisters' cousins?
Yes, she was in the Steelers system.
Okay. Simone Carapani, Taylor Predabon, Tanika Wilson, Tess Staines, Tia Davidson, Vienna Tiano, Yasmin's Clydesdale, she's a great player too, and Ben Jeffries is the coach.
Yep. Good side. They've lost a few players though, but any team with players like Jessie Southwell, Yasmin Clydesdale, but Betty Welsh, she's an ex-Origin and Jillaroos player. Shanice Parker is one of the best players in the game on her day as well, and Olivia Higgins, very reliable dummy half. Georgia Roche, good foil for Jessie Southwell, the English woman, and they got a lot of good young players coming through up there at the Knights. Big T.
That was like Shania was in our system last year, so she's been brought up to the NRW team. So so I hope she goes well. But it's another good side. I think they'll be top 6, maybe bottom half of the 6. But they'd be fighting for the title.
I think so too. But yeah, I think they'll be on a little bit of a slide though. Tamika Upton is a huge loss, as is a player their former captain, who is headed our way, Big T.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, like they got better else from the Tigers, Tiana Davidson from the Roosters, Staines from Tigers, Sienna Yo from the Steelers, Tasha Gale Cup team, Keely Simpson and Jolie Morris. They've added those. Must be coming through their system. The two girls there. Upton, Southwold of the Dragons, Johnson from Cronulla. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cronulla. Albert Jones to the Warriors. Rima Butler, she's gone to the Roosters. Abigail Roach, North Queensland. She's a colour Cronulla. Nita Maynard to come to the Dragons. And Isabella Waterman's gone to the Raiders.
Yep. I think they'll be very much up there. I'm not sure if they can win the title, though. I think they'll be definitely a final side. They'll be in and around the finals. Not sure if they can win it this year. Lost a lot of good quality players from that team.
Who's next?
Next up, we've got the most improved side from last year, Big T, and that's the Parramatta Eels.
What do you mean by most improved? They bought some players? I'm not sure.
Well, the last year, they finished one win away from finals.
Oh, okay.
They were wooden spooners. So a good effort from a first-year coach in St George Illawarra, who has NRL coaching experience, actually.
He does. Abby Church is the first player there. Boss Kapow. What a name, eh? Boss. Brianna Eels, Casey Tohai Hiku, Chelsea Macaria, Chloe Jackson, Elsie Albert, one of our great players, Fleur Gin, Kennedy Cherrington, Lindsay Tu, Madeline Jones, Mahalia Murphy, Martha Martelli, Mia Middleton, Paige Travis, Rachel Pearson, another one of our old players, Rory Owen, Rosemary Beckett, Ruby Jean Kennard, Ruben Cherrington, Tanika Todd Hunter, she hunts Todds, Taylor Amatau, Jasmine Baker, Zali Faye, and like you said, Chief, Steve George Alice, second-year coach.
Yep. Pretty formidable squad, Big T. They improved very well.
I don't know a lot of these girls. But yeah, Abby Church, I know, is a great player. Yeah. Elsie Albert, if she still runs as hard as she ran for us, she's going to be a gun for them. But she got injured last year and injured the year before, I think. So she's probably coming to the end of her run.
Kennedy Cherrington's one of the best middle forwards in the game.
And Raddy Pearson. Raddy.
Tasman's favourite.
Raddy. That's why she left, because she's Tasman's favourite. It's like Jackson Ford, mate. He left too because he was Tasman's favourite.
Every favourite player he's had left the Dragons. It's a curse.
I heard that Kyle Flanagan's his next favourite. Joking. All right, let's have a look at their gains and losses.
Yep. So their gains and losses, yes. Yes, take us through it, Big T.
Paige Travis from St Helens, she's come over from England. Is that Paige Travis at the top there?
That's her. She played for.
I'm going to be watching Parramatta really close.
In Vegas.
I'm going to be watching Parramatta really close. Martha Matali, Fleur Gin from the Broncos, losses. Rosie Kelly, she's gone to the Cowboys, and Pikachu Berry Duff, she's gone to the Tigers. Oh, sorry, girls. So Pahuka Berry Man Duff. There you go. She's
How do you think the Eels will go, Big T?
I think they're going to be a bottom 6 team, maybe fighting for 6 to 8, maybe lower. They're going to be a little bit. I think they're going to be they're not bad this week against Cronulla. They're 280, so.
Kennedy Cherrington is not there for the first few weeks, so that's a massive loss for them.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up a knee injury in that last Origin game, so huge out.
All right,
but I think they'll be thereabouts. They'll be fighting for the finals, it's good to see a player like Paige Travis test herself out in the Nrlw as well. Be good. We're gonna want to grow the game, and good to see some of the English girls make the brave move to come out and play in the women's comp in the world, Big T.
Sure, for sure. Totally. I want to see the girls come out and play in Australia, see how good they are. They're not a very strong national side because we've seen that last year at
this year
Las
in
Vegas. This year at Vegas, I should say, yeah. But it's like the English Super League. It's not the NRL. So come over and try yourself out, young ladies.
That's for sure. We want to see the game develop well in England, and we want to see teams like England compete with the Gillaroos, because the Gillaroos, as we see in the NRLW comp, is second to none. The Super League don't have a lot of funding in their competition. Big T.
No, as we noticed, English Super League is going to be sponsored by the NRL. So the NRL is going to throw some money into the English Super League, maybe the English English Super League women. So
yeah, but yeah, Parramatta, if they can stay injury free and keep their side on the park, players like Abby Church, Kennedy Cherrington, Rachel Pearson, and their skipper Mahalia Murphy, if they can stay fresh and pick up some wins during the year and be competitive as they were last year, I think they'll be challenging for a spot in the finals once again.
I will.
The next team is our opponents. Actually, no, it was another team that improved last year. They've probably been the busiest team in the off-season recruiting, Big T, and that's the North Queensland Cowboys.
I'm not sure who they've recruited, but we'll surely find out in a minute. Abigail Roche, Alicia Ford, Anna Malupo, Brie Chester, China Palata, Ebony Stan Smith, Emily Bella, Emma Manzelman, S.A. Banu, what an S.A., Francesca Goldthorpe, Hayley Lee Osmond, Mounsell, Jakia Whitfield, Jasmine Peters, Kira Dibb, Crystal Blackwell, Lillian Yarrow, Lily Peacock, Lily Dick, Mackenzie Wheel, Rosie Kelly, Tallulah Tillett, Talisha Harden, and Tiana Radsford Stand Smith, the other sister. Coached by Ricky Henry. Oof.
Ricky Henry is actually the Kiwi Ferns coach, Big T.
He is, yes.
So yes, they have bought quite well for this year, and this is their gains and losses. So they bought Nevada George from the Tigers. She's a Kiwi Ferns forward, as is Abigail Roach, a strike weapon, premiership winner with the Newcastle Knights, also a Kiwi Ferns representative. Rosie Kelly from Parramatta. She used to be a Black Fern in rugby, and also Lily Dick, who's come across from Rugby Sevens. She actually did play league at a young age, but as you know, you stopped league at a young age back then, and she's only just come back into it, and the Cowboys have picked her up. But a few losses there for the Cows, Big T.
There is a few losses there. Harati Butler and Lavinia Tulalikiku for two of the Warriors. She must be a Kiwi. Tuhalaliku. Shelley Long. I thought she was on Cheers. Shelley Long. She's been released, by the way. Shania Power's also been released. Tasman Papau Witchman has been released. And Sarah Muka, she's been released as well. Jataya Faifu to the West Tigers. And Vitalana Niakora, it looks like. She's been released as well. So they've kicked a few people out the door.
And they brought in a few. Cowboys, they weren't great in their first year in 2023. They did improve last year under new coach Ricky Henry. So Ben Jeffries coached them in their first year, but they did improve under Ricky Henry last year. And I think they will be thereabouts again. Not seeing a premiership from them this year. That they will get their fair share of wins. They got a lot of experience there, like Kira Dibb. She's played Origin. She played for the Gillaroos. Emma Mantelman's a premiership winner from Newcastle a couple of years back. She's played for Queensland and the Gillaroos as well. Talisha Harden's very experienced there as well. And Nevada George will bring the Cowboys some aggression in the forwards. And Abigail Roach will add some more strike out wide. Jakai Whitfield as well was a member of that Gillaroos side that won in Vegas. Played on the wing. She'll get her chance at fullback. And she's got a lot of speed as well to burn. So it'll be very exciting to see her at the back. I'm not seeing them win the title, but I think they'll be pushing for a position in the finals, Big T.
Yeah, they probably will be. They'll be in the same similar position as Parramatta, so and us will be there as well. But all these the bottom 6 team are going to be fighting out for the 5th and 6th spot.
All right, the next team.
Can you run through the next one? My power's just gone out. I've got to go and flick the switch. Be back in a minute.
Yep. All right. So next team we got our the Dragons' opponents for this weekend. It's the Canberra Raiders. It's their 3rd season in the NRLW, and they've got so this is their squad. They've got Amelia Pasacala, Shante Temera, Shale Robbins-Retty, Chloe Saunders, Elise Simpson, Emma Barnes, Georgia Thomas, Grace Kemp, Holly Mae Dodd, Isabella Waterman, Jada Faliano, Jordan Preston, Leanne Tafunga, Kara Hatina Matua, Mackenzie Wiki, Madison Bartlett, Mona Lisa Soliola, Relna Waruki Hosea, Seriana Naitoka, the co-captain Samaima Taufa, one of the best players in the game, Sophie Hollyman, Tatiana Finau, Uarabu, and the other co-captain is Zahara Temera, and again they'll be coached by Darren Borthwick. Again, a side that will be pushing for finals, led by the experienced Samaima Taufa, coming off a great Origin series for New South Wales. They've also bought some handy players as well. Leanne Tafunga, a New Zealand Kiwi Ferns representative, a natural try scorer for them, so she'll add some strike out there, as well to Madison Bartlett, who's already in this one of the top try scorers in the NRLW history. Sophie Hollyman, another one that's there, played Origin for Queensland this year. Grace Kemp, a very handy player as well, and they've got a lot of experience there, with a lot of juniors they're blooding through the system as well. So the Raiders, they'll be a competitive team as well. They've got a lot of size in their forwards. As I said, Grace Kemp, Kara Hatina Matua, Jordan Preston's come from the Dragons, made her NRLW debut for the Dragons last year. And yeah, they have lost a couple of players though, but the Raiders, I think they'll be thereabouts. They'll be tough opposition this week down there in Canberra. But with players like Samaima Taufa and Zahara Temera there, I think they'll be pushing for finals as well. They could be a smoky to win the comp. I think they'll be very close, the Raiders, and they'll be a tough ask for the Dragons on Saturday afternoon down there in the nation's capital. All right, so let's run through their gains and losses for the Canberra Raiders. So their gains, they've signed Leanne Tafunga from the West Tigers. They've signed Cronulla front rower Chloe Saunders. As I said, Dragons Junior, Jordan Preston, making her NRLW debut last year. They've also signed Georgia Thomas from the St George Dragons Harvey Norman team. And they've also signed Isabella Waterman from the Newcastle Knights. But they have lost Ash Quinlan to the Bulldogs. Tamaya Kelly-Sines has joined Cronulla. Shakir Tungai has left for personal reasons. And also Arpy Nichols has returned home to play for the New Zealand Warriors. Yeah, they'll be a competitive bunch. Notice that Shale Robbins-Retty, a former Rugby 7-star, one-time Kiwi Ferns rep 2. She'll get the crack at fullback with the departure of Arpy Nichols. That means Mackenzie Wiki and will form a centre pairing there. I think it's with Leanne Tafunga, but I think the Raiders, yeah, as I said, they'll be thereabouts, and they'll be a team that can be. They'll get their fair share of wins. I think they could be a smoky for the title if they can get it right. They've shown promise in their first couple of seasons. Let's see how they can go in their third year. The next team,
I agree.
Yep,
sorry about that, mate. The bell just went out.
Yep. So the Raiders, yep. So what do you think of them, Big T? The Raiders lost a few, but have gained some experience there as well. And Jordan Preston made her debut with the Dragons last year as well, as I mentioned.
She did. Yeah, so they look good. Again, they'll be bottom part of the 6, fighting out for maybe third and fourth, maybe. They'll be up there again. They're a good side. They're a strong side. And they've got a few of our ex-players in their side. The Tamara sisters, They're great for the team. They got Mona Lisa Soliola. She's there as well. So I'm gonna watch them. There might be a smoky. Like you were saying, there might be a smoky.
Yep. The next team is the Gold Coast Titans, Big T. They were the biggest sliders last year. They were great in 2023.
Yeah.
Last year, injuries hit them hard. They didn't get Jamie Chapman or Lauren Brown on the field for extended periods. And this year they've lost a couple of big outs. They've had made positional switches to accommodate that. But the Titans squad, it's a bit of a different looking squad this year for them.
A little bit different, yeah. Brittany Bradley Nati, Danny Peresi, Destiny Amino Sinapati, is it?
Yep.
Jeez, come on, these names, mate. These names. Esteano, Fatala, Georgia Gray, that's an easy one. Georgia Hale, Ivana Lalicio, Jamie Chapman, they're a great player for them. She's in the top 5 of the NRL. What was it? Daily Telegraph, top 50
players.
Top 50 players in the NRL. She was in the top 5 somewhere. Jamie Chapman, Jasmine Fogovini, Jada Ofipo, Jessica Elliston, Leilani Montgomery, Layaka Clark. That's not a right name to go with. Clark. Leica Clark, Lauren Brown, Lily Colk, Megan Palacios,
Paculis.
What's the next name, Jess? What's the next one?
Just call it Toru.
Toru Arukia. Nail Williams Guthrie. She's a good player. Pauline
Bill's sister.
Oh, it's Sonny Bill's sister. Yeah, she's a good player. Pauline Palali Erasable. Serena Massagar. Shaylee Bent. Sina Lof Ipo. Talia Fuimarano. Dakota Thompson. And Natasha Penatani, coached by Karen Murphy.
Yep. But yeah, they lost a couple of big outs, though, Big T, this year. Yeah, take us through their gains and losses.
Gains and losses. Pauline Palais Resable came from the West Tigers. Natasha Penatani from the Tigers. Jada Lofipo from Mid and Manly. Jasmine Forgivey from Brisbane. And Megan Paculis from York Valkyrie. So that must be from the England as well. So
she's actually a Canadian international.
Okay. So York Valkyries, you know where they are? Are they in Ireland?
That's in the Super League competition. They play
in Ireland.
In the women's Super League comp.
All right. It's an Irish team, York. Well, yep. Northern Ireland.
But their losses, some big losses there for them.
Yeah, big losses. Shannon Marto, she's pregnant. Another one pregnant. What's going on here? Ivani Azako, she's pregnant as well. My God. Emily Bass to the West Tigers. Mate Keno Gray to the New Zealand Warriors. Shante Kira Ratu to the Sharks. Karina Brown, she retired. And Riley Jorgensen. Is that relation to the aeroplane guy, Jorgensen?
I'm not sure.
Probably. And she's gone for medical reasons, so she might be pregnant as well. So who knows?
Yep. But yeah, Shannon Marto and Ivania Azako, people know her as Ivania Polite. I know you're a big fan. I know you're a big fan of Shannon Marto. You always call her Tom, Big T.
Yeah,
that's
Tom.
A big
Tomato. If your nickname's not Tom, I don't know where it is. Tomato. You know, it's got to be. But anyway, no, she's a big loss. She's a big player for them. So she'll be back next year.
Yep. Azako's another big loss for them too, the fullback, which sees Jamie Chapman get a start at fullback. And she'll add some speed and power to them at the back.
That'll be good.
But the Titans, depends how they go. They need a good run with injuries. Lauren Brown's on her day. We've seen her in the state of origin for Queensland. She's got those big moments in her Big T, and if the Titans can have a good run with injuries and stay fit and healthy, they could be very well the premiers if they can get it right.
Because everyone can be premiers. You've been saying the whole thing. Newcastle, Brisbane, premiers. I know. There's probably 6 teams. There's probably 6 teams. I don't think we're in that 6 at the moment. But who knows? It looks like the Dragons slides are coming up next, so let's have a look.
The Titans will they'll be pushing for the 6, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make the grand final.
Good stuff.
As I said, if they stay fit and healthy, Jamie Chapman at the back will bring them some speed and bring them some. She'll get a lot of meters for them out of the back end, and Lauren Brown's kicking game as well. Some good young forwards there, led by the experience of Georgia Hale at 13, and some good back rows there like Shaylee Bent as well, and strikeout ride with Nia Wins Guthrie and Destiny Minnesota Party. Some strike and speed out there. Yeah, they'll be thereabouts. They'll be fighting for the finals, and very well could be in the decider as well. The next team is our team, Big T.
Go you Dragons!
Run us through the squad, and I'll run us through the who we've gained and lost. It's a new look squad under Nathan Cross. He's rookie season.
I see. Olivia Ingram, Lisa Gregory, Bobby Law, Bronte Wilson, Charlotte Basham, Ella Costa, Grace Hamilton, Hannah Southwell, Indy Bostock, Jamie Lee McGregor, Jamie Millard, Casey Ray, Keely Brown, Madison Mulhall, friend of the show, Margot Velli, Nita Baynard, Pia Tapsell, Racine McGregor, Sarah Sautier, Shanae Lendl, Sophie Clancy, Tegan Berry, Trinity Tournier, who's actually in the side, isn't she, this week? Zali Hopkins, and Nathan Cross is the coach. Good on you, Crossy. See, those names are fine. Look at them. They're fine. None of this No, come on.
Well, I won't get you to read the Warriors team then.
Oh, Jesus. No, you can read the Warriors team, mate.
But yeah,
and this is all without notice, people. So I've not seen these names before. So I'm trying my hardest.
With your expertise in linguistics, I thought that you'd be good at this.
Yeah, no, but I've got to practice the names.
Anyway,
I'm like blocker. I've got to practice the names.
Anyway, so we go through the names. Some experience brought in by new coach Nathan Cross. So Hannah Southwell, three-time premiership winning player, returns to Dragons. He was an inaugural player back in 2018. Nita Maynard as well, an ex Kiwi Fern, and as a premiership winner as well. Brings a lot of experience there to the dummy half role. Grace Hamilton comes over from Union. She has previously had stints at the Roosters. Pia Tapsell was in the Cronulla squad last year, but didn't get a game. Her latest game was actually latest season. She was actually playing in the Women's Super Rugby competition at the Western Force over there in WA. Donnie's part of the world, Big T. Jamie Millard, coming from the Cronulla Sharks, Harvey Norman team, and Olivia Ingram, who spent. She actually has played NRLW with the Raiders a couple of years ago, so she has a little bit of experience, but quite a lengthy list of losses there, Big T.
Oh, yeah. Angelina Takarigi Katawa, she's gone to the Bulldogs. Alexis Tournier, she's gone to the Bulldogs. Leo Foto Mawala to the Bulldogs. Tyler King snuck off to Cronulla. Jordan Preston to Canberra. Carla Cowan has been released. Kimberly Hunt has been released. Taylor Curtis has been released. And Tara McGrath West went to the Broncos. She was injured last year, wasn't she, McGrath West?
Yeah, she had a sternum injury, didn't play at all.
Yeah.
That's where we picked up Steph Hancock.
That's correct. Now she's retired too, so why isn't she in that losses?
Oh, yeah. That's one I missed. Yep, Steph
Hancock. See, people do make mistakes.
But yeah, the girls have said that their aim is finals this year. We will do a bit more of an in-depth game preview on our VOD at 7:30. But yeah, Nathan Cross has brought some experience into the squad, like Southwell, Maynard, and Hamilton there. Yeah, I expect the Dragons to improve. I'm not sure how much they improve, though. It is still the bulk of Jamie's house squad, though, isn't it, Big T? Hopefully they do improve, and hopefully they do push for finals. I know that is the girls' goal. And a new co-captain as well in Zali Hopkins as well. So added responsibility for her.
Yeah, terrible responsibility for her. She's a Dragons through and through, that girl. Got a great smile as well. But Hannah Southwell and Nita Maynard from the Newcastle Knights, they're both good players, so I like that.
Yep. And how do you think that they'll go this year?
Again,
it's been a lean couple of years, hasn't it?
Well, we spoke to the girls the other day. We spoke to
Sarah and
Maddie Mulhall and Sarah Sautier. We spoke to them, and they were saying they're training a lot different to when they're under Jamie Soward. So hopefully it'll bring in a bit of extra oomph to start the game, to start the competition. So get in there. Get in there.
I do expect them to improve, but I think they'll be on that lower rung of they'll be pushing for 5 and 6. I don't think they've got a premiership in them just yet, Big T.
I don't think so either. We've got a rookie, 2 years, man of the match in the State of Origin, Casey Ray. So yeah, she's got to come into the game. She's played State of Origin. Now she's coming into the NRLW side.
Yep, and she was NRLW Rookie of the Year last year. I hope she gets the full year at 6.
Indy Bostock as well. So
yep. So we've got a lot of exciting talent coming through our system, isn't it, Big T?
Oh, it is. Same as the guys. Same as the NRL. We've got so much talent coming through. It's a matter of blooding them and letting them get a taste of NRL, letting these girls get a taste of NRLW.
And how do you think the Dragons fare this year in the comp?
Okay, they'll be bottom 6, fighting for 6th spot, I'd say. Hopefully they're fighting for 6th spot. They're not out of it too early. But injuries aside, I think they'll go well. They'll win a couple of games.
Do you think they're a premiership chance or not this year?
Everyone's a premiership chance at the start of the season. Just depends on how they come out and how they handle the year. If they can put 2 halves together, they'll be doing better than men.
Yeah, that their Achilles heel the last couple of years has been slow starts. Let's see.
And injuries. We lost a few players last year for injury. So, and number 1 winger, Margot Vella. We lost her early in the competition, and they couldn't replace her. And
Sarah Sautier.
We had Sarah Sautier. We didn't see her at all last year, did we? Maybe 1 game, was it?
2 games.
Couple of games.
She went down with Margot. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was against Parramatta, wasn't it?
The Cowboys.
Dirty Cowboys. No. With our number 1 squad back, I think we'll go well. Can't wait to see Tegan Berry.
Yep. And we won't have to wait. Won't be too long. We'll see them on Saturday afternoon, Big T.
You'll in Canberra. Chilly Canberra.
All right. The West Tigers. Yep. That they've again. It's their 3rd season in the competition. And they'll be led by former Dragons captain in Kezzy Apps, Big T.
Yeah, for sure. Kezzy Apps is there. Where are we going here? All right. Amalia Maffey, Caton Turnbull, Chelsea Seville, Christian Poe, Claudia Brown, Poe, Claudia Brown, Claudia Nielsen, Emily Bass, Evie McGrath, Faith Manera, Harmony Crichton.
That's Stephen's sister.
Wow. Lamaima Etulia, Jada Fonu, Jessica Reeves, Jedia Fiu, Kezzy Apps, like you said, Lily Rogan, Lasana Latu. Lasana Latu is my
Lutu.
Lutu. She's I used to play footy with her uncle, so
she's an exciting young player. She's a half.
The big fuzzy wuzzy hair. She's fantastic.
Yep.
I like her. Montana Clifford. Pahuka Berryman Duff. Salma Noor. Okay. Sarah Tonatuki. Tiana Rinky. Tiana Timaki. Tiana Lee Thorne. And coached by Brett Krawali, who's also got NRL experience.
Noddy.
Yep.
And they very young side, Big T, but a lot of gains and losses for them this year.
They have. Emily Bass has gone to the Gold Coast. Fafua, North Queensland. Farani. Pardon?
That's their gains.
That's their gains. It is too. From Parramatta, Lily Rogan from Illawarra Steelers, Caitlin Turnbull for Wentworthville. There's another young girl running around Wentworthville. Sienna Burriston. Watch out for her. She's going to be a great player too. Pahuka Berryman Duff from Parramatta, Tiana T. Tamaki from Rugby Sevens, and Jessica Reeves. Doesn't tell me where she's from though. So they've lost a few too. Tafunga to Canberra, Brady Welsh to Newcastle. Prior to the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, Penatani to the Gold Coast. Penatani related?
Younger sister.
Nevada George. They're all over the place, aren't they? Nevada George to North Queensland. Emmy Curtin to the New Zealand Warriors. Payale Arasabel to the Gold Coast. Rianka Horn. She's pregnant too. Jeebus.
She's an ex-Dragon.
She is an ex-Dragon. She's a great player. And Tess Staines to Newcastle. So that's about 6 pregnant NRLW players.
A lot of exciting talent there, Big T.
Maybe all the kids can play together.
Lily Rogan, here's a fun fact for you. She was the captain of the team for the Steelers that won the New South Wales Women's Premiership last year.
How'd they let her go? How? Geez, our attention team's not very good.
And she's also the partner of Dragons player Toby Couchman.
Oh, no. It's only up the road, so it doesn't matter. He's not going to leave to go there. But anyway.
But Dragons.
How'd they let her go? Just tell me, how'd they let her go?
She was didn't see her as an NRLW player.
She was the captain of the junior team. Come on.
No, that wasn't the junior team. It was the Steelers team that won the. It's pretty much New South Wales Cup for women.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they got us. They should have kept them.
Led by Kezzy Apps though. Kezzy Apps, she's just signed a 4-year deal to stay on. She'll be 38 by the time that contract expires. Yeah. She's still playing at the top of her game, Big T.
Oh, no, I think she's an early Brigginshaw. She's starting to slow down. But she's a great NRLW player, don't get me wrong. But I think she'll start slowing down now. I did. Dragons taught her everything. Except respect. No, good on her. She's a captain of the Tigers team now. And her and Noddy are going to get them maybe into the 6. Maybe like us, we'll be fighting bottom part of the 6. Fighting to get the highest as we can.
Evie McGrath's a Steelers junior as well. She played in the halves for New South Wales with Casey Ray in the under-19 a few weeks ago, and was part of the team that won the Touch to Go Cup with the Steelers last year. As is Chelsea Saville, who you read out there before. She was the dummy half in that Steelers side as well.
Okay.
So there are a few that did come through our system that are in Tigers colours.
Yeah. They play the Broncos this week, and they're up
in Brisbane.
The Tigers are 650. So maybe put a tenner on them. You never know.
Very young side.
Bet responsibly.
I think they may struggle though. That they'll get their fair share of wins, but I don't think they'll be pushing for finals.
And who's the picture there? Is that their little
That's Emily Bass.
Emily Bass, yes.
So she played in the last game for Queensland in the Origin as well.
She did, and we won. Yeah, Queenslander.
You avoided the clean sweep.
Yes.
And yes. Yep, and actually, I was one for you too, Big T as well. Greg Inglis is actually the assistant coach for the Tigers.
He is, yes. He might be able to show them how to do the go-anna, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to show them, but yeah. If he's as good a coach as he's a player, he's going to be a Superman. All
right, so the Warriors. Welcome back to the Warriors, Big T. Welcome back.
Your game. Yeah, good to see him back. It's good to see them back in the NRLW as well. They're back home now, so it's really good. But you can read through this team, mate.
Do you think it's a lost opportunity there? They don't get to open their return campaign in New Zealand on Sunday. They have to travel on the Roosters.
Doesn't matter. They'll be back over in New Zealand next week, maybe the week after. So that's fine. They'll have their big season opener when they go back to Mount Smart.
Yep. So this is the way it's an unfamiliar Warriors side because there's not a lot of experience of NRLW players. A lot have rugby backgrounds and have signed over, but it's good to see women's rugby league back in New Zealand. They need to really get it. Rugby is the favoured game over there. When we need to get rugby league back up there and running, don't we, Big T? So
sure.
captain RP Nichols, Avery Rose Carmont, Capri Pacau, Emily Curtin, Emanita Paki, Kalila Kia, Harada Butler, Kaya Artai, Kaylin Takatumu Cook, Leishon Albert Jones. She's the niece of Stacey Jones, Big T.
Okay.
Lavinia Kitai, Lavinia Torhala Liku, Lydia Tura Quedley, Michaela Eli, Marare Pukatepu, Matakino Gray, Metanoia Fotu Moala, Michaela Brake, she's formerly known as Michaela Blyde. Biggest name in New Zealand women's rugby, so watch out for her. She's a superstar. Maya Hill Moana, a Kiwi Ferns international, former premiership winner with the Roosters. Patricia Maliepo, Peyton Takamawana, Shakira Baker, Tyra Watere, Taisha Ekanasio, and the coach is Ron Griffiths, who is actually he has a very good success rate. Both seasons he's coached the NRLW. He's been premiership winning coach both times. So interesting to see how he'll go with the Warriors, but I've heard nothing but good things on what he's doing over there in New Zealand, Big T.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll go well. Like you're saying, he's got a good strike rate there. And, I don't know many of these girls. Like you're saying, Leishon Albert Jones is Stacey Jones's niece, you say?
Yep.
Yeah, so what position does she play, you know?
She played second row.
Second row. She's not a halfback like her uncle.
And she's actually comes from that Newcastle system where they won the last couple of premierships, so
yeah.
Brings some experience to that Warriors side.
So they're all gains, aren't they? This whole team is all gains.
Pretty much. Pretty much. We'll run through them, Big T. If you can.
Come on. I just ran through them. Packy, Nichols, Albert Jones, Emily Curtin, Lavinia Tuhakahaku, North Queensland, Fisher from North Queensland, Harada Butler from North Queensland, Maya Hill Moana, she's from the Roosters, Capri Payaku, Kaylin Takamu, Cook from Rugby Union. Yeah, all those girls. And Fredo Waimala played for us, didn't she? Or was she her sister? Or
That's her sister.
That's her sister. There you go.
I'm not sure how the Warriors will go, though.
When they left, they weren't up high, were they?
Pardon?
When they left the competition, they weren't a high team. They weren't a battle for the semi-finals. Middle of the road, same as us. We'll be fighting with these girls for wins. You've got to beat these games. You've got to beat the Warriors. You've got to beat Parramatta Eels. You've got to beat the Cowboys if you want to make the top six. You've got to beat these teams.
I'm not sure
beat
how
the teams that are in and around you.
They will get their fair share of wins, but there's a lot of unknown about them. They were probably the hardest team to see how they will line up. They'll get their fair share of wins. I'm not sure if they'll push for finals. They'll be hard to beat over there when they do play New Zealand, though.
They will be, for sure.
And the final team, the newest team to NRLW, Big T, is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Welcome to the NRLW.
They are. This team's a whole team of gains. So if we're going to read them once, I'm not going to read them twice. You can go through it, Jess.
All right. So the Bulldog squad, Adi Balecki, Alexis Tawanei, Andy Robinson, the co-captain Angelina Tiakarangatoa, Annika Wilson, Ash Quinlan, Bridget Hoy, Ebony Pryor, Elizabeth McGregor, Holly Wheeler, Hope Millard, ex-Steelers Junior, Kalasapani Hopewadi. There's another Hopewadi, Big T.
Another Hopewadi. They're everywhere.
Letitia Smythe, Aleu Foto Moala, Moana Courtenay, Monica Tagawai, Paya Uwilu, Pauline Suliruka, Saracen Oliver, Shanice Monshare, Shannon Muru, Shakayla Mahakita Monshare, the other co-captain, Taylor Preston, and Tegan Dimmick. And they'll be coached by a bloke that played about 20-odd games for the Dragons, Braden Williami.
Yeah, Braden Williami, yes. Yeah, again, that looks like a strong side. You've got Takariki Katoa, you've got Tornio from the Dragons.
Ollie Wheeler's the next Dragon.
Yeah, everyone's an ex-Dragon. Doesn't matter what competition you play, the NRL and the NRLW, they're all ex-Dragons. Yeah, again, we're not going to know how this team's going to go, but with the players that they got, plenty of good players there. We got a lot of support.
Good halfback.
Yeah. A lot of experience. So who knows?
They'll be the big buys for them. I think is Tiakara and Taoneo. The Dragons will surely miss them out. Our two best players from last year, Big T.
His sister's better. Trinity's better. So don't worry about Alexis. We've got Trinity now. And Paige behind her. So
and Tekka?
Tekka's going to be a big loss. She was one of our go forwards. So yeah.
It's an unknown for them. They played their first game yesterday night too, 5:40. That's before the men's game on Friday night. So if you're a Bulldogs fan, get out to a core stadium and see their first game.
And they're around the same price each, so I think the Bulldogs are going to go well against the Newcastle Knights.
But yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to go. They could very well push for finals. They could struggle as well. They'll get their fair share of wins. I'd go anywhere between 6 and 5 to 6, right down to 12, I'd say. But anyway, that's our NRLW season preview. Thanks for joining us for it. We'll have our VOD in just over 10 minutes time, so join us for that as well. But it's going to be a big NRLW season, isn't it, Big T? And can't wait to see it all kick off on Thursday night.
It's going to be, as Daryl X used to say, it's going to be huge. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. See you very shortly. Come on, Dragons fans. Fire up.
Coco is at Pell's heart, she wears it on her sleeve. As Mustard tells tales of Dragons wins and tune victory. Tony and the MV crew will do their very best. Getting off topic and I digress with a red V on our chest. The Mad Dragon podcast is a sheep of camaraderie. Navigating rants down rabbit holes in the land of big red bees. And so our peddlers speak the tales, our friendship is our dream. The Mad Dragon podcast, under